No actual game update this week, but we got tons of more reveals for the Game Jam projects that a lot of the JMods were working on last week. If you missed my previous video, or shorts for that matter, check them out on my channel because there's a lot of cool stuff we covered, aside from the new stuff we're going to cover today. But before we get into that, quick announcement, there will be some maintenance scheduled on all game servers tomorrow, Tuesday, July 4th, beginning 1 o'clock PT, 4 o'clock ET, 9 BST, or 8 game time. And it's going to last approximately 2 hours. During this time, access to the website may also be affected. Now, again, I've covered the Game Jam updates pretty extensively in the past week, but there are some stuff here on the news post that I hadn't covered, so we're going to go over those now. Starting off, we have some more graphical update images from the areas that Mod Black Witch was working on. So we got more images of the Varrock sewers in the Edgeville dungeon, the Polnovich Slayer dungeon, as well as Ardoin. So you can see here what, in some cases, simple lighting effects can make drastic differences, and in other cases, almost completely different overhauls, more modern assets, terrain blending, etc. And these areas are looking fantastic. The work that Mod Black Witch has done here and in the past for these graphical reworks is always top tier. Next up, we got Mod Ramen with the ability to customize your comp cape particle colors. This is something I'm particularly very interested in. You can see the prototypes here of the Master Max Cape Completionist Cape particle recolor system. It says at the bottom the ability to select the particle colors for your comp capes. You can save your particles to matching presets, Master Cape 120 all variants only, and there will be no yellow particles to stop fake trim compers. I hope this makes it into the final game. I'm somebody who recently got 120 earlier this year and would love to have those colors fully customizable to match the rest of my outfit. Next up, a couple of changes from Mod Shogun even further, this time looking at Abyssal Parasites and the Scourge. Abyssal Parasites will always be applied from Abyssal Armor Spikes and now only spread to other enemies if the Scourge is equipped. The Parasites now stack up to 100, dealing less damage per stack but lasting for 19.2 seconds compared to the previous 9, and the Abyssal Scourge now has a 9-second charge period. Moving on, Mod Stu has looked at clearing up quest requirements. With the assistance from the lore community, Stu has identified where quests have some redundant requirements and is getting rid of them. The aim is to look at simplifying the complex web of quest requirements where possible, so it's less daunting. Along the way, he's done some quality of life to quests while they're under the knife, such as graphically updating Azanadra in Desert Treasure, or moving the archaeology collection prompt on the Goblin Village generals into their dialogue tree to clean things up. Mod Sponge can't seem to get necromancy off of his mind and has been working at a particularly new gemstone type, presumably associated with the skill itself, probably giving it some unique bonuses and characteristics to the upcoming new combat style. Mod Dragon is working on some starter style outfits. This is still very early days, but some of these starter armors are looking awesome. Now Mod Damo and Wove have taken their time to give the Goblin NPCs a new fresh lick of paint. So you can see these images here to give you a feel of what these new NPCs might look like. Not a drastic change, but definitely a boost up in the fidelity, which is always nice. And that's pretty much it for what was revealed in the news post outside of what I hadn't already previously covered last week. So if you missed it, check the videos on my channel or the one at the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video so far, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Now before I head out, considering it was Game Jam last week and the JMods have been working hard on their own personal projects, there's not a lot in the way of patch notes and it will resume to normal next week. The only thing we have is a hotfix where they fixed an issue that was causing empty rune pouches to be overvalued upon death and too expensive to reclaim. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Check the channel for more Game Jam projects or the video on screen right now. Looking forward to seeing you there. If not, we'll see you next week with your regular standard game update. Anyways, I am out. Aloha.